It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Cam Newton. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kick, the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
On the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Tackled at the 25-yard
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Newton. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
First down.
On 1st and 10, Newton. He's got him in, complete. It's Julian Edelman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down, New England.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. They find some open field here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Throw caught here by Bird. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Five yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Stepping, and he is in. Touchdown, New England.
Touchdown,
Cam Newton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots.
Makes the score Patriots 7, Seahawks 0.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The tackle made.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Patriot 1st down.
First down, here's White. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
3-yard line.
Thanks to receivers that spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Oh, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The rookie Jordan Brooks picks it off. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field. So they don't...
In trouble, and the ball's out. Oh, he's going to take this out of the back of the end zone, and that's going to be a safety. I think you'd have to say this crowd here in Seattle, this 12th man had something to do with that.
As well as the architect of this stadium, combined with this crowd noise.
Oh, you got to feel it, man.
And the ball is knocked out, and the Seahawks have picked it up.
And that's good for a Seahawks. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 32.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 2. brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 31, Wilson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
After one, it's 9-0.
First quarter with the score Patriots 9, Seahawks.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
At the 11-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Wilson on the keeper, and he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, he can be a load to handle off the edge, and he can do it against the pass. Sure, he can do it against the run like he did there.
And you mentioned a load. How about having to adjust to his speed as well? Because not only does he bring some pop, he brings some dash as well. A nice play on that situation.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Newton. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. Pretty good return, all things considered, but holding.
I agree with you totally. It's actually a return that they were going to be very proud of. But when you end up holding and bringing it back, now your offense has to start a little bit deeper in their own territory.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And able to find Dorsett. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Seattle Seahawks.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
10 at the 44-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Carson. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Down at the 45-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. And a sack by one of the most consistent D linemen in the game, Gerald McCoy.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 3rd and long, it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. DeAndre Carter back deep. Taking it about the 16. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. This is Carson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 2. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
On 1st down, Newton. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Running out of the gun with White. And And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They go right back to White here on first down. Now White lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position.
That's caught inside the 20. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Wilson. Open is Olsen. He's got it. Touchdown Seahawks. Greg Olsen. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag, so that one will be accepted. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25-yard line. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Vincent Mayowa. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 16. Operating from the gun, Newton. He gives it to James White. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Complete.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Newton. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Edelman, the intended receiver that time, but now it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A final shot before the break. Newton on the screen. This is Coleman. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. A nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a net of 39. 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Patriots take over
at their own 18-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Newton. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Bobby Wagner able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Another try after the first down sack. Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
And it's 3rd down.
So now after the sack, Cam and the Patriots going to look up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, Newton. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And out of bounds. This will depend on where they spot it, and they'll say at the 45.
45-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
25 yards that time. Now the 30-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Hill on the tackle.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wilson. They set up the screen to Penny. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
That's good.
5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup there.
7-yard
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens...
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He turns and gives to Coleman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The tackle made by...
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Newton now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Returnable for Lockett. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Wilson, the Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It's John Simon with a sack. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. To throw is Wilson. And they've got the hookup. This is Olsen. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. On the return, Carter. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Now a first down throw for Newton. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Complete to Mike Gesicki.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
And 4 at the 34-yard line.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First down, New England.
Off play action, Newton. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Now the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now he's going to go deep down the left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Newton's pass intercepted.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. They'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They go play action now. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And some room to maneuver. And he's got this way down inside of New England's 10-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 56 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is probably 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun, Huntley. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. You got the big lead defensively. willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw on third down. Huntley. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on third down.
First down, Patriots.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Huntley. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, first and 10. Flush to his right. He'll run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Being chased out left. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 51.
Play action. It's Wilson. Going for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Makes the score.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Get off the field.
Picked off at the 22. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Little flip of fortune. They had a chance to possibly pin him deep, but out of bounds, and now they'll start at the 40. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
The ball carrier.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Huntley. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Gain of 12. And a Patriot first down.
On 1st and 10, Huntley. He's going to let it fly. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots.
Touchdown,
Demir Bird, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Pats able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
16.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.